All right, so finally found the time to do this video here, but Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, easily one of my all-time favorite, I guess you could say, holiday movies, even comedies, really, because when it comes down to it, it's a movie that makes you laugh out loud, hysterically, often. I mean, throughout, that's basically what it is a laugh riot. And the more you watch it, the more that the smallest of just shots or little things like that become hilarious because of the actors in it. And some nice little music, and it is relentless. It flies by. And the crazy part is the ending is really heartfelt. Like, it's hard not to shed a tear. Unless you're heartless, I guess. But I mean, just a fantastic movie. And I bought the 4K, which came out with some excellent, like, I guess they were found extra scenes and stuff like that. So so having the 4K is a real joy. It's a movie that never really looked amazing or anything. It almost kind of looks cold and desolate, almost a bit. But yeah, I mean, a crazy movie because I mean, just think about, like, it's a basic PG-13 movie, except for one scene that makes it rated R. It's the characters are deep solely on just some lines of dialogue and some obviousness of, one has the obvious family that he keeps on calling home to and hoping he can make it back. And the other one is talking about his wife that he's been on the road and missing. So it's very melancholy in that aspect of it, but it never dives deep into plots other than, well, what's gonna stop them from getting to their destination, as fast as what it should be. So despite not being a deep movie when it comes to plot, it should not be a deep movie when it comes to plot. The joy of the movie is these characters and just them. They're mismatched, one another's coming together to be perhaps perfect for one another. And boy, this sun is driving me crazy. Can't wear glasses because then your arm shows up in your glasses. Well, anyway, it's one of those movies that's hard to talk about, because if you really want to talk about it, you start by saying, well, that first scene, the way Neil is sitting there looking at his watch and pointing it to it, and his plane ticket, and his boss is just mulling over something, and it's like, really, does that boss have a family that he needs to get to? Does he have anything going on for Thanksgiving? Surely he knows everyone else there is probably going to be wanting to rush out and get home and such like that. He's going out on the street and he sees Kevin Bacon and he's trying to get a taxi, and there's that quick shot of John Candy. And I mean, so you basically would find yourself just going scene after scene and describing every little moment. And when you describe certain things, nowhere near as funny as them being realized on the screen. And you got John Hughes and Steve Martin able to make all these mundane lines and scenes come alive. But then you also have the direction by John Hughes, of course, which knows exactly what to do, knows which shots to choose. Like, for instance, in the bathroom scene in the hotel, the knowing to obviously restrain from showing the sink full of socks until after Steve Martin is splashing his face, just revealing things perfectly and not being over the top with it, not trying to make you laugh, realizing that the talent is there and realizing that there's certain situations that will live forever. And sure, when there's technology in a movie, which is pretty much always, you can say, oh, that movie could be outdated or something like that. And to me, I can connect with any movie because I'm not going to take a look at an older movie and say, oh, well, that's before my time. I cannot connect with it. But in this movie, he understands that all the situations are, no matter what time, you can put yourself into it really easily. And therefore, you don't have to try and tell the audience what's being funny. It just lets everything speak for itself. And because of that, it's really easy to watch over and over and over because you're constantly saying, I've been there, or I know what it would be like to be there. Yeah, I mean, I really can't say much because if you've seen the movie, well, then you know everything that I could say about this. If you've not seen the movie, then what are you doing? Why wouldn't you watch this? I don't know. I mean, why anyone would not like this? Because it's just wholesome yet crude enough, especially in that one scene, to be enjoyable by everyone. Especially if you know, hey, it's rated R, but I think my kid can handle a couple of F words. So it could really be a family a film for everyone. I've watched this with family members that I would not normally ever watch an R-rated film with, and it's not a big deal. So definitely think about that especially if you're introducing this movie to new people. Personally, like I said, I grew up on the movie, so it was a staple whenever I watched it. And I remember going to a movie theater not too long ago to watch it, and they handed out little trinkets like shower curtain rings and things like that. And everyone in there had a blast. I was sitting next to this mom and daughter, and the mom was asking me about the movie. She says, "Is this your first time seeing this?" I said, "Oh no." I said, "I've seen this several times." I said, "But reliving the movie with new people, or even the same people, but reliving the movie, seeing how others respond to it, not just laughing, but like that ending." And her daughter was like 8 or something like that, and she loved it. It was like a new movie for her, and that goes back to me saying how about really anyone can relate to it at any age, even though it's centered on 2 men in the movie. 2 older men especially. Even a mom and daughter got a lot of enjoyment out of it. So let me know in the comments if you've seen this. Especially if you don't like it. I know I'm asking for no comments by asking if there's anybody out there that does not like it, but why? But I cannot imagine that happening, but yeah, let me know what you think about it. And especially, if it was made today, they would probably change that R-rated scene and make the entire movie PG-13. But I think that R-rated scene solidifies that this is a movie that can overstep the boundaries of PG-13, but still be completely family-friendly at the same time. And that's one of the beauties of the movie itself. But I guess we'll be talking about some Christmas movies up next. Christmas movies, there's dozens. And we'll get through a couple of them. But until the next one, I'll see you later.